Get ready with me while I share random fun facts about myself. I've done a couple of these videos before, just sharing things so you guys can get to know me better, so I thought I would do it again. And let's talk about some random fun facts. I always like to start these videos with the basic information about myself, just in case it's your first time watching this. My name is Sierra. I'm 24 years old. My birthday is April 18th. I was born in 2002. I'm the youngest. I have an older sister. Her name is Asia, and she just turned 29. I have two amazing, incredible parents who are happily married and are going to make 25 years married this October. For those always asking what my ethnicity is, I am Puerto Rican. I think those are the base facts about me. Now let's get into the random one. My favorite color is pink. I love pink. A lot of you guys probably already know that, because if you guys do not know, I drive a pink Tesla, sparkly pink Tesla. If that doesn't tell you what my favorite color is, I don't know what will. Growing up, I was always the type who wanted to do the adult things and be responsible as soon as I was able to. I got my license straight when I turned 16, immediately when I was able to. I also got my first job at the age of 15. I was not wasting no time. Also love a fresh contour. My very first job was actually McDonald's. That was pretty much because there was no other place that would hire at that age in the state of Florida aside from McDonald's and Publix. And growing up, everyone knew Publix was like extremely hard to get a job at when you were that young. So McDonald's it was. That was my very first job at 15. It was so funny because being that young, there was so many laws that we had to follow. Literally, my work shifts were 2 hours long. I remember vividly, I would get out of school and I would work from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Literally 2 hours. And at that time, the minimum wage I think was like $8, maybe even 7 something. That's what I was making an hour. I was literally driving 25 minutes to go work 2 hours every single day and make, what is that, like 15 bucks? Probably less than that after tax, which is crazy. But I've always loved the idea of just like being responsible, making my own money, doing my own thing. That's obviously spilled over into my adult life, clearly. But having my first job and being responsible at that age taught me so much, and I loved it. I ended up working there for like a year and a half until I was like 16 and a half years old and finally old enough to like get pretty much any job. And after that, I ended up moving over to retail and getting a job at JCPenney, which is so funny because being 16 years old and working at JCPenney just is funny. If you've ever been to JCPenney, it's like a much older crowd, and I was like the youngest working with people that were like old enough to be my mom or my grandma. I honestly loved it. Like I loved being around people that were older than me. Like again, it taught me so much and I learned a lot. Speaking about growing up, some fun hobbies I did as a child. I guess maybe hobbies is the wrong word, activities, I don't know. I was in dance for a couple of years growing up. Me and my sister both were. She definitely took it much more serious than I did. I did it for a few years. I also did gymnastics for a few years, which was my absolute favorite. It was really expensive for my parents. It was so much fun. I loved being in gymnastics. That's how and when I got my splits, and I still have my split to this day after over a decade. I feel like this is pretty known, but I live in Florida. I was born and raised here in Central Florida, Orlando, and I say that to say that I'm a big summer girl. I love all things summer activities, summer everything. I personally don't ever see myself permanently moving out of the state of Florida, like for the rest of my life type stuff, like retirement and all that. No, that'll be here in Florida. Unless life throws a major curveball my way, Florida's home for me right now. Speaking of being a Florida gal, I love the beach. The beach is like one of my favorite places. It's so peaceful. Obviously that has a lot to do with like literally growing up only an hour away from the beach my entire life. I'm a beach girly. This is no shock or surprise to anyone, but I love to cruise. I'm a cruise fanatic. I know so many of you guys came across my page because of my cruising videos. Speaking of cruising, I have now been on probably over 15, maybe even close to 20 cruises, and I will die on the hill that it is one of the best ways to travel. Speaking of traveling, my two dream travel destinations is Tokyo, Japan, and Hawaii. I would say my top one is definitely Tokyo though. I want to go to Japan so freaking bad. I'm just patiently waiting for the day that I get to go, and I'm hoping that it's like within the next year. And my last fun fact about myself is that I have 15 tattoos. Those are all the fun facts that I'm going to share in this video because I'm going to go do my lip combo and then I'm headed to this pedicure appointment. But I love you guys. Let me know if you want a part 2 because I have plenty more fun facts to share, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.